Hey there, welcome to Main Street Living. I am Cheryl Nelson.
Hey guys, I'm Quincy Carr.
And I'm Danielle Alvari.
Good to see you guys. And I know we've been working on our New Year's resolutions. And Danielle, yours impressed me because you wanted to read a book. What was it? Was it every month or every?
I'm trying to read 25 in a year, so it
Oh my
should be
goodness.
about two per month plus a little bonus one. And I did finish my first one. So I read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Maya Angelou. So I just finished that one. It was actually a lot longer than I was expecting. And I'm trying to kind of switch up genres. So next up, I'm reading a book about Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's from the Bucks, NBA
Yeah.
MVP. Yeah, Mirren Fader actually wrote this great book. So I'm starting that one next. So we are a little behind pace, but we are getting it done.
I
Cheryl?
don't know where you find the time. That's amazing.
I
Yeah.
know. Well, I've been spending a lot of time at home, but I know that you are the resident socialite on Main Street Living. So where have you been out and getting to?
Yeah, I went to Charleston, South Carolina, and I went there because one of my favorite artists, Sappy Love Songs, Michael Bolton, was performing there. And it was so much fun, guys. When a man loves a woman, he sings that song. How
I've
can
heard
we
that.
be lovers if we can't be friends? Like there's just so many sappy songs from the 80s and 90s that I'm in love with.
Hold up. Has Michael cut his hair? Like, because Michael used to have the
Yes.
long curly
Yes.
hair back in the
He's
90s.
68 years old now, guys. Yeah, but he's still got that voice. I think he still looks good. It was super fun, a nice intimate concert, and we had to show the vaccine cards to get in there, so everybody played it safe. I wore an N95. And by the way, guys, you can get free COVID tests now from the Postal Service. The US government arranged this. Go to covidtests.gov. Just go there, put in your mailing address. You can get 4 free tests.
That's right. Well, you guys are already here at the show. So let's get this show started. We had a great one ahead, including while one organization is helping future homeowners, there's another that's educating the community on getting vaccines.
That's right. And you said it. I'm the resident travel person here on the show. So, where can you go to find a beautiful network of trails and also a majestic ice castle? There's several locations. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it.
That's right. Also, how you can shop and support your community. But first, we have some ideas for a healthier new year coming up right here on Main Street Living.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, we all know that life is better when we're healthy, right? Both physically and mentally.
Right. And lately, we've heard a lot about wellness, which takes our complete well being into consideration. Our next guest has a multitude of talents. He's a chef, an actor, an author, a filmmaker, and a dad. He's also a man on a mission to help people take control of their health. Please welcome back to Main Street Living, Charles Mattocks. Charles, thanks so much for joining us again.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
So obviously a man of many hats, similar to Quincy today. We've talked about that just now. Musician, actor, author, chef, producer, but you've really made your mark in the field of health advocacy. Why are you so passionate about helping people maintain or regain their health?
Because I'm dealing with health issues. I'm a type 2 diabetic, even though I was able to utilize food and exercise to per se reverse my type 2 diabetes. And what I mean by that is really I'm able to control it without medication. And so that's really one of my passions. And also because my mother suffers from a rare disease called complex regional pain syndrome, CRPS, and I created a documentary based on that has reached millions of people and is actually the biggest thing in the field right now for this condition.
Wow.
Yeah.
But, I know I deal with some health issues as well, more specifically like cholesterol. So I certainly get it. Changing your diet so you don't have to take the medicine that could cause other problems. But
Yeah.
like being healthy, Charles, it sounds pretty easy, right? Just eat healthy foods and exercise, right? But man, I'm on my 4th cycle of starting over again. Like,
Oh,
why is it so much difficult than it sounds, man?
And that's interesting. And one of the things we're working on is a mental health series. And I didn't realize that I suffer from a mental health issue. But in all reality, we all suffer with mental health issues, right? Because at different times we could be depressed, we could have anxiety, we could have stress, we have things that challenge us every day, whether it's relationships. But you're like me, who was starting this cycle over and over and over again, the same thing. I didn't realize that I had an unhealthy relationship with food, and I would find myself at times binge eating, and it was unbelievable. So and then I realized that that was a mental health issue, something that I have to overcome. So because if we had that discipline, we wouldn't be having to start over, we wouldn't be cheating, we wouldn't have. But most of us don't realize that that's a mental health issue that we have to face and focus on.
That's so
Noted.
true. I mean, it's just, I'm sure, one of the many topics that you cover because you produce several television series showing people reversing conditions like diabetes and regaining a healthy life. What
Yeah.
can you tell us about Reversed and also the new program you're working on called Reverse the Church?
Yeah, well, Reversed is obviously, we had a great season with that, and we're going on to a new season. We had tremendous success on the first one. Lisa, for example, has lost 70 pounds and come off the insulin pump after 13 years. All of them have done very well, and you will see that on the series. Reverse the Church is an extension of that. And what we've teamed up with is Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter, Dr. Bernice King, Grammy Award winning Kelly Price, Pastor Jamal Bryant, who runs New Birth out of Atlanta, a mega church. And we're basically going into the church to reverse the health of a whole congregation,
Oh,
which
wow.
is going to be a game changer, right? And why we're doing that is because we know that the church is very influential, and that the pastors and the leaders of the church, if they focus a little bit more, not just on the spirituality, but the physical, right? Because we know that in the church and also the Black community, there are a lot of disparities as far as health insurance, what we eat, right? And we like that good soul food up in the church. So
Yeah.
if we're able to change some of those habits and introduce new healthy habits with amazing professionals, can you imagine the change and have them be more influential as far as pushing health? This could be a game changer that just could speak volumes.
Wow, and that's absolutely true. And I would like to go back to just to piggyback off the last question, because you kind of led into this next question about mental health and how it ties into healthy life.
Yeah.
And how are you actually working to remove the mental health stigma? Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, we're working on a show right now that it's the same type of format that we do, and we're going to bring this series. We're actually bringing some celebrities. So we've got Jay Barnett, who used to play for the Green Bay Packers, coming in as a mental health expert. We've got Gary Goodridge, who used to be in the UFC, who deals with CTE. And some other well-known people. Jay also works with Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. We're hoping to grab her on. She's a big advocate of mental health. So we're going to bring in a couple of ex sports figures and well-known people, and bring them in a house and really get that conversation going on mental health in a beautiful TV series. So we're really excited about it. Once again, some game changing things that we're really focusing on right now.
You have so many projects going. I mean, you have so many irons in the fire at one time. It must be hard to keep up with you. So, where can viewers keep up with you and find more information
Yeah.
about all of your projects?
Oh, definitely. They can go to my website, or Bella and Ellie Media .com, or they can follow me on Twitter, which we've got the Twitter handle right there, or Instagram. I'm not hard to find. Charles Mattocks.
It's everywhere.
Google me, and you'll be at my doorstep. No, you're not be at my doorstep. But you'll find me pretty fast.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly do appreciate you stopping by with those helpful tips, and we definitely look forward to supporting you. And Happy New Year to you there.
You too. Thank you.
All right. A lot of real life things going on there, Danielle. And up next, we got a real life winter wonderland coming to you, whether you and Cheryl will both like it. I know you won't believe it. So we'll be right back. Stay right there. Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, Danielle, you probably don't know, but we got some snow here recently, okay? And I know Cheryl probably enjoyed playing out in it. But if you're searching for a unique winter getaway, we've got a spot you must check out in New England.
Yes, the North Woodstock, New Hampshire ice artists have created an ice castle with hundreds of thousands of icicles, creating a literal winter wonderland.
This is my castle, guys. I think I want to go. I can be the princess.
You kind of look like Elsa, Cheryl.
Yes! Oh, I can be Elsa, guys. And with a giant ice castle, ice slides, and even a mystic forest light trail. Oh my gosh, this frozen attraction is guaranteed to be unforgettable. Take a look.
So the Ice Castle is a winter attraction that is kind of a winter wonderland for others to come and explore. We start the planning throughout the summer as far as the layout and the design. And then in October, we bring in a big build crew. We start laying out all the electric and the plumbing for the lights that are all buried into the ice, as well as all the sprinkler heads to build the castle itself. So it starts early on in the summer. We start the build phase starting in the fall. And then once it gets cold, usually around Thanksgiving, the 1st of December, then we can turn the water on and start building the castle. This year with COVID, we've opened up the courtyards to be larger. In the past, you came into the castle, then there was a perimeter wall around you, where this year, not only are you in the castle, but you can also walk around the perimeter of the castle just to space everybody out. So we have the ice slides, just like we always do. We've got balconies, fountains, and the pixel wall, which have all been popular hits in the past that we've continued to incorporate in the castle. This year, we've also incorporated the Mystic Light Walk Trail. The Light Walk Trail is a 1/4 mile trail. It kind of heads up the hill out back behind the castle. It's a beautiful walk throughout the woods. At night, it's all lit up. There's all different sections. There's thousands and thousands of lights on it, and it's really cool at night. At the end of the Mystic Light Walk Trail, we have concession booth. You can get hot chocolate, cinnamon buns, and some other warm goods there to enjoy while you're walking around the castle. So yeah, we have a horse-drawn sleigh ride. We have 3 sleighs. They just rotate in and out and keep coming up to reload. It's a beautiful sleigh ride throughout the woods during the day, and then at night, just like the Light Walk Trail, there's tons of lights, and it's really cool.
Horses up here are Smith & Wesson. They're Percheron draft horses. And we actually came from Heber, Utah to do this for you. They're both 10 years old and weigh about 1,800 pounds and can pull about 3 to 4 times their body weight. But they did a great job at lighting it all up for you, and you almost feel like you're in a different world down here.
This year, we just incorporated a new feature, and that's the tubing hill. It's just 2 small, short runs. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's really cool to build something and then watch people come through and admire what you've done. Kids and adults just kind of open up their eyes to a whole new world and something they've never seen before. We're the only ones to build a castle in this fashion, so it's something just really impressive and something that you definitely got to come see. A lot of people are just inside, and it's a great activity to come explore and come see the White Mountains and enjoy the winter. Dress warm and wear good boots and you'll have a great time.
Wow, now that's pretty cool. We're talking ice slides, hot chocolate, cinnamon buns, ice sculptures, and my favorite part, obviously, Cheryl. You're gonna be Elsa, and be,
Yeah, she's gonna be on top singing.
Yes.
Let it go.
Oh, I love that.
Let it go.
I'm not
I
gonna
love
let it
singing
go.
that song, but
Yeah.
the cold does bother me. It always says the cold never bothered me anyway. No, it bothers me.
All right, guys. I will go to the ice castle. In fact, if you want to go at home and you're not near New Hampshire, there are ice castles in 5 different locations around the country. You can find the location closest to you and purchase tickets at icicles.com. I'm actually writing this down myself because
Yeah,
I'm
book
gonna
it.
go. Yeah.
Book it. Coming up next, though, can you support your community by shopping? Apparently you can. I'm all in on this. Next on Main Street Living. Welcome back into Main Street Living. If your New Year's resolution is to remodel, refurbish, or even revamp your existing home, then this segment is for you.
Yes, we all know Habitat for Humanity for the wonderful work they do to get people into home ownership. But did you know they are a great resource for finding really good deals on things to put inside your home? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Here to tell us more about the mission, the work they do, and how simply shopping for things like furniture can help the cause is Lindy LeBlanc from Lafayette, Louisiana's Habitat for Humanity. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Hi, thank you.
So most of us know about Habitat for Humanity. I've actually volunteered with you guys before. They build homes for people, but let's talk about the mission. Tell us about your group's main objective and the work you do to support the Lafayette community.
Yes, well, we partner with families and individuals to help build and then purchase their home at an affordable mortgage. And the affordable mortgage is key because for families, when you can get that housing cost stable and affordable, then that opens up families to be able to afford the other necessities and even save for the future. So that's what Habitat's all about.
Pretty cool. And I've also seen that Restore is the name of the store where you sell all kinds of things from complete furniture sets to home decor. But Lindy, can you describe to us what might a person find when shopping at Restore?
Sure. Habitat Restores are just like a treasure chest. You can find just about anything you're looking for there. You can find cabinets, flooring, lighting, really anything you could possibly use in your home and even an office. We have it all at the Restore.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys had so much stuff there. And something else I've heard is that you take donations, maybe furniture, even extra things like sheetrock that people might have from a recent construction project. So you take all of that and more?
Yes. So everything in our stores is donated from the community, from individuals and businesses throughout the community. So it's a great opportunity if you're building or if you're redoing a room or something like that, and you have extra supplies or extra materials, that's absolutely something you could donate to the Restore.
Gotcha. And you were talking about like building homes and things, and that's what many of us think about when it comes to Habitat for Humanity, right? But what if working on a project build is not your thing? Like, do you have other ways people can volunteer?
Yes, we have a lot more. Construction site is one option, but we also have a lot of opportunities within our Restores. We have volunteer opportunities there. It's a new adventure every time you walk into the store. We never know what's coming in that day. So that's just a great way to get involved in the community and also be able to support Habitat.
And why should people reach out and help and volunteer? What are some reasons you're hearing that some of your volunteers are telling you for coming and helping out?
Well, it's a fun day, and it's a nice, tangible way to support your community. When you come out on Habitat's construction sites or you come to the Restore, you can see the results. You can see the way that you're giving back to the community. You can see the houses that we're building. And we have our families who purchase these houses work at the construction sites and at the Restores too. So you get to volunteer alongside these future homeowners and learn about their journey. So it's a really great experience.
Lindy, I'm interested. Like, what are some of the popular items that or things that people donate typically?
We have a lot of furniture. That's one of the big things. And so if you're moving or cleaning out or you're just, it's time to upgrade. You can donate your previous items, your unwanted items to the Restore. We get a lot of lamps and lighting. We really get just about anything.
Ooh, so if you want to go and maybe do some shopping, I'm sure you can get some good stuff at some great prices. Now, the Restores, I don't even know if there's one in my area. How do I find this out, and where are you guys located?
If you go to your local Habitat website, or you find your Habitat in Lafayette, if you find Habitat Lafayette's website, you can find where we're located. We have 2 locations in Lafayette, but there's Restores across the country. So it's really a fun way and an easy way. If you have a Habitat in your area, it's likely that you have a Restore as well.
Awesome. And how can we get in touch with Lafayette Habitat for Humanity?
So the best way, you can find everything on our website. So if you go to restorelafayette.org, you can find all our information about the stores, about Habitat, how to get involved in volunteering, how to even donate something or sign up for a free pickup for your donated items.
And one more question I have for you, because when I participated in the build for Habitat, I had 0 experience. And they said, oh, that's okay. Come on out. You really don't need to know what you're doing. You're going to teach you, right?
Yes, we have the best staff at our construction sites and at our Restore that train volunteers every single day. So no experience required. We just need your enthusiastic spirit to come on down, and we can get you set up.
Oh, you know what? I know Cheryl said that was her last question. I got one more I got to ask you.
I got a one-up with you. No.
So people think that Habitat for Humanity gives away homes. Can you tell us about the mortgage?
Yes, that's a really popular misconception about Habitat. We partner with families. We work alongside them, help them build their homes, and then they purchase their home at the end of the process at an affordable rate. And that mortgage is financed through Habitat. And so we're able to really keep the mortgage down and make it affordable for families. And we're able to do that by being the builder and the lender. But yes, all of our homeowners are homeowners, and they purchase the house.
So good to know. Great information.
It really is an amazing program. Lindy, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing this with us here on Main Street Living.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, Cheryl, there's a couple of other good things going on too. We're checking out an organization coming up next who's spreading the word about vaccines. So more about that coming up next after this commercial break.
Welcome back into Main Street Living, guys. We are now 2 years into the global COVID pandemic, and aren't we all just ready to be done with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said a mouthful, Danielle, just in that one sentence there. In fact, one of the best ways to speed up that process, of course, is to get as many people as possible vaccinated.
And that is the goal of the All In campaign by the Urban League of Greater Phoenix to provide fact-based information to the community and get shots into those arms. Take a look.
Together we make a difference.
Keep Arizona safe.
All in for COVID vaccine.
I'm all
in.
The All In campaign is a national campaign spearheaded by the National Urban League. They reach out to affiliates across the country to get involved, to connect with the community, to help spread the word of the importance of COVID testing and vaccinating our population.
Today we're here at AG's Barbershop giving away free haircuts to help encourage members of our Phoenix community to get vaccinated. So we have the city of Phoenix out here providing free vaccinations, boosters, and testing. So our area in our community who's impacted the most, which we know is the Black and Brown community, that they have access to vaccinations and testing.
It's important for the Urban League to get involved in an initiative like this because, quite frankly, we are the Urban League. We've been providing services as such to the community for well over 100 years and have been a household name since the Civil Rights Movement. If any organization is going to step forward, take the lead, and provide the confidence to the community, it's the Urban League, and we just needed to make sure that we were doing our part here in the greater Phoenix area.
You know, in our community, there's been a lot of hesitancy in terms of getting vaccinated. And so we put this together to try to make something happen, get more people vaccinated. We got to get people vaccinated.
As a barber, we hear stories about people actually dying from COVID-19. I hear a lot of that. We've lost a lot of people, a few customers to COVID. And we've heard many different stories like that, even kids getting COVID and really having a hard time with it. And so we just want to make sure that we are educating our community and letting them at least know about the ins and outs of COVID.
It's important to have events like this because of the vaccination hesitancy within our community. So they need to see influencers, people that they can trust and that they believe in, not just some celebrity, but someone that they met with possibly face to face and that they know that they have their interests best at heart.
This is not the first event that we've done. We've been a part of Arizona and at South Mountain Community College and Sunny Slope Community Center. We've been all over the valley here in terms of trying to get the vaccine, doing the testing first and then doing the vaccine itself. So we've been working at it a long time.
If you're interested in getting tested, getting vaccinated, you can find out information on our upcoming events online, on social media, or you can even give us a call. And again, all of our services are provided to the community free of charge.
Wow, ladies, I have to say this, these statistics on the Black and brown communities are alarming, and I have to say it's really good to see the Urban League is leading the way to educate those that are uninformed.
Yeah, I'm glad they're stepping up there. And you can find more information about the All-In vaccination campaign. If you're in the greater Phoenix area, write this down. You want to visit gphxul.org for more information.
Nice. Now, up next, are you thinking about starting your own business? Maybe you, Danielle, it's your turn, right? If so, meet us right back here after the commercial break. Hey guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, Danielle, Cheryl, it's no secret that the pandemic has shifted just about everything in our lives over the last couple of years, of course. And one of the biggest impacts has been in our jobs regarding how we work and why. Here's the reality, right? A record number of Americans, millions actually, they've quit their jobs over the past few months.
Yeah, and at the same time, a record number of Americans have filed paperwork to start new businesses, putting entrepreneurial activity at the highest level since the government started keeping track more than 15 years ago. So, what's this all about, and how can this tidal wave of startups find success? Douglas James coaches entrepreneurs, and he is here to share his insights. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm happy to be here.
I am an entrepreneur myself, so I'm super curious to hear what you have to say about all this. What do you think is fueling this sudden surge in entrepreneurial activity?
Absolutely. I mean, you guys said it, right? Huge surge. So over the past 12 months, we've had about 4.5 million new entrepreneurs enter the space, brand new businesses that open, right? And we consistently see, even without the pandemic, right? Every year over year, every single month, you got 500,000 new businesses open. So I think with the pandemic, obviously coming into our life now, a lot of people want to work from home. You know what? They want that time and freedom. And they're becoming more aware, which is awesome because, traditional school systems, right? They're super focused on our intellect, but they're not so much focused on our awareness, right? So we have things today that are available to us, YouTube, social media, right? You go walk down your street, I got 14 restaurants, a dry cleaning service, and dental office, right? How are these people making it? So I think people are really trying to get their time back. The pandemic was actually a blessing in disguise. I mean, we're on a video call right now. A lot more people are using Zoom, working from home, and they're making it happen. So.
Yeah, the internet gives and the internet takes away, but I mean, it depends on how you're using it, definitely. And I think that there's been a lot of great improvements. So my question here is, do you have to be born with this, or can you learn it? Are some people just wired to be entrepreneurs, or are there skills that anyone can learn to be successful at this?
Yeah, I think That's a great question. And I think it really goes back to just understanding the basics, right? We're all born with primal instincts. We're all human beings, right? We're all hardwired for survival, okay? And that's not our fault, right? But there's a very few people, percentages of people that actually understand that and are actually able to go beyond their hardwiring and actually say, hey, I want more in life. I need to figure something out. Right. So I think that to answer your question, all of these skills and these ideas and this mindset is totally trainable. And understanding the fact that where you're at now does not mean where you have to end up where you want to be. Right. You want to obviously humble yourself and understand, hey, I don't have all the answers. Right. I need to go figure this out, seek counsel, get some training, and do what I got to do to get where I want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Who can I learn from? Absolutely.
Yes. And I completely agree with that. I know I've got so much to learn as a small business owner myself, but I also think I was kind of born to be wired like this, to have variety in my life.
I think she was too. She's a
yes,
Capricorn.
to have some of that freedom and not feel all boxed in. So I'm glad that we're talking about this today. Now, if somebody is dreaming about finally starting the business, because it's scary to start. You don't know where to start. How do you begin?
Yeah, I get asked this a lot. And really what it comes down to, it's not the sexiest answer. Take action, get out there and make it happen. But what I would more strategically consider the circle of people, that you're around. Right. Are those people really thriving in life and in business? Right. For me personally, as an example, I used to be I was in the Navy for 10 years. Right. So a lot of my friends, we were all talking about the Navy stuff, but we'd also go to the bar and, do things that weren't necessarily building our side project or our side passion. Right. So if I wanted to, as soon as I became a business owner and entrepreneur, I started to look around the people I was hanging with. I'm like, I love all these people, but they're not conducive to a thriving environment if I'm trying to do this online or build this business or have this impact on the world. So I'd really consider who your circle of people are. What are your habits as well, right? We spend a lot of time, watching movies and Netflix, and hey, all that stuff is great, but there comes a time where you really need to sacrifice and really look at your day-to-day stuff and like build in the time to make it happen. Right. So I would really create space and remove things that are not serving you and fill that space with things that are serving you so that you can get your time back so that you can build what you're trying to build.
Yeah. And I think that another issue that a lot of people run into is there's so many hours in a day, right? And we say everybody has the same 24, but that's not necessarily true. So what are some tips you can give to new business owners to kind of grow and promote their businesses?
Absolutely. The first thing I would probably do is, if there's somewhere you want to be, find somebody that's already there. Okay. Getting a coach or a mentor is the fastest way to get success. I mean, if you look at all of the greats, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, we can talk about all these athletes and Fortune 500 CEOs. They all had mentors. They all had coaches, so finding somebody that's where you want to be is probably the fastest way to success. And getting the answers that you simply don't have to because you haven't gone through the grind of decades trying to figure it out, right? I'd say also getting comfortable on camera is really important, right? 80% of all online sales starts with a video. whether you like it or not, or think so or not, you're watching a video 80% of the time before you make a purchase online. So that tells you that people want to be consuming video content. People like watching videos, all right? So considering putting out content on Facebook, YouTube, even TikTok, right?
Huge. It's so addicting.
Yeah, it is, right? Understanding who your customer is and where they hang out online is really important. And utilizing those social media platforms effectively, running ads, putting content, ungated content that people don't have to pay for is really helpful as well.
Yeah, very good advice there. And we're going to wrap it up, but how can people learn more and get in touch with you?
Absolutely. My main website is thedouglasjames.net. You can also find me on Instagram at _Douglas James. Look forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. It was awesome.
All right, Douglas James. Cheryl, we're going to have to get you on TikTok ASAP. That is my goal for this year. But coming up, if you have been spending a lot of time at home, maybe it's time to get outside and take a hike. We have some great trails for you coming up right here on Main Street Living.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Guys, one of the best things you can do for yourself is get outside and go for a walk. I love being in nature.
So true, Cheryl. And we know you love being in nature. Not to mention walking provides a healthy boost for both your physical and mental well-being too.
That's right. And there's a beautiful network of trails in Arizona just waiting for you to explore. And bonus, on most of them, you'll be strolling along the water. Check this out.
In addition to providing a reliable water supply to central and southern Arizona, the CAP canal system now has a trail. The CAP trail was originally envisioned in the 1970s, and it took about 20 years to complete the construction. So at that time, the trail system was envisioned, and so we're excited now to be able to kind of bring it all together and offer this to the public. It's been a collaborative partnership with all these different government organizations and entities. We have a 336-mile canal, and we have 5 or 6 segments between 5 and 10 miles long that people can use for recreation. The trail can be used for non-motorized recreation like hiking, walking, jogging, and equestrian. I'm really, really excited that CAP is now going to be part of this. Having grown up in Arizona for most of my life, I love all the local trail systems that we have, and I love to exercise outside. Outdoor recreation is really essential for a healthy lifestyle and for, just personal well-being. If you've had a stressful day at work, you can just get out in nature. You can go watch the sunset. You can just, take a deep breath. And I think it's really, really important for our health and also I think for families. Like, it's really important for kids to get outside. So this just offers a place that people can go and just enjoy this amazing sunshine that we have all year round in Arizona. The best time of year to be outside and exercise is the fall, winter, and spring. And we're really fortunate to live here with this climate, and it's sunshine all year round. In the summer, it's a little hot, but if you get up early, you can, get outside and it's still really nice, and in the evenings it's pretty nice. You just got to make sure to bring plenty of water and wear lots of sunscreen, wear your hat, but I think you can enjoy this trail all year round. If you want to find out where the trails are, we have some really great maps that show you exactly where the trail goes, how long it is, where to park, and you can find those on www.knowyourwaternews.com.
Wow, ladies, over 300 miles of canal. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it explains why it took 20 years to finish, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we should go. This sounds like another fun trip. Sign me up, and you can find more information about the many trails along Central Arizona's canals at knowyourwaternews.com.
And straight ahead, we have more Main Street Living. Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy, Cheryl, another great show. And I'm really excited for next week's show as well, because we're going to be kicking off our celebration of Black History Month.
That's right. There's always an exciting time during that month. And also remember, you can catch this show and so many others on our Cox Contour app as well.
Yeah, we always love bringing you new content. Looking forward to February as well, guys. And don't forget, Mondays, 9 p.m. local time. That's where you can find new episodes of Main Street Living. So, Q, you got to get ready to do your walk here. Make sure you join us next time as we take another stroll down Main Street.